Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We start tonight with body camera video showing the moment Hammond police officers rushed into a home and shot a man as he was in his bedroom. The WBRZ investigative unit has been following the no-knock warrant and shooting of Lionell Jackson since last July. 6 months later, we have the body cam video. We want to warn you that video is disturbing. Katie Easter reports.
Lionell Jackson's attorney will tell you the best evidence from that day is what you're about to see. Again, we want to warn you this may be hard to watch. 6:04 a.m. July 15th, detectives with the Hammond PD Narcotics Division pulled up to 41-year-old Lionell Jackson's house to serve a no-knock search warrant.
Hammond Police search warrant! Hammond Police search warrant! Make yourself known!
Once inside, officers start giving commands.
Flush it.
Officer Craig Dunn led the officers down the hall to Jackson's room. Dunn then leans into the room and fires one shot. We have made an editorial decision not to show the video as officers enter the room. You can see in the still image, Jackson is partially on his bed. In the audio from body camera, you can hear Jackson gasping for air as he's getting onto the floor.
You can clearly see that there's blood on Lionell's pillow, the pillow that he was on. You can see from the angle in which this guy fired his shot that Lionell was in his bed. So any story that they are trying to bring forward right now will not be supported by the evidence.
That was Jackson's attorney, Daryl Washington, last month when we asked him about the videos which he saw for the first time then. He says the body camera video clearly shows Jackson was unarmed. You can hear officers continue to order him to the floor. You can hear another officer asking for medical assistance.
10-18. 10-18.
Just get him en route.
Get him en route. 10-18.
A few minutes later, a Acadian ambulance arrives. A paramedic asks Jackson if he shot himself.
You shoot yourself?
Moments after paramedics rushed Jackson to the hospital, the investigation moved outside and centered around this pipe.
Oh, you can hear the pills being flushed.
Yeah, you can hear them rattling.
And then I looked and I was trying to find.
Detectives say they heard pills rattling through the plumbing.
A few pills right there. This pill's still in the toilet. I don't think we're gonna get much out. Unless there's a trap there, which is probably not. Oh, this is more, huh?
Once back inside, a detective points out a baggie in the bathtub and more pills in the toilet.
So you can see. Oh man, that was a vacuum seal bag.
Jackson was charged with obstruction of justice, intent to distribute, evidence tampering, possession of legend drugs, and illegal possession of a firearm. In the two videos obtained by WBRZ, officers make no mention of finding a gun. About 2 weeks after, as Jackson remained in the hospital, the WBRZ investigative unit started questioning the Hammond Police Department about the shooting, if Jackson was armed, if officers were on leave, and if an outside agency was investigating. What we learned, Hammond PD handled the investigation internally. Several officers were on leave, but returned to normal work duty shortly after. Washington told us then he believes he knows the reason it was handled that way.
I believe there's a reason why it's being covered up, because in this case, a close family member of the chief was involved in this, and I think what the chief is willing to do is protect a close family member instead of upholding this oath.
That relationship came up during a Hammond City Council meeting a month after Officer Dunn shot Jackson.
And it's unfortunate, but
isn't that a conflict?
no, I don't think it is.
If it's his nephew and he's overseeing it, that's a conflict of interest.
He is not overseeing this investigation.
So who is? Because it's in-house.
Angela, and then also we're working through Andre with the FBI.
We've been told the FBI is now investigating Dunn. Tonight, we also reached out to city officials. Katie Easter, WBRZ News 2.
Katie, thank you. We'll have much more about the investigation and our continuing coverage on our website, WBRZ.com.